Hello kids, welcome back. So we will continue with the 15th lesson, Homes of Animals and Birds. Right. So here again, after seeing where all the animals can live, now we're coming to the first we saw that animals, they live on land, then water, then on land and also in water, then along the seashore. Now we'll be seeing the animals that live on the seashore, right? So you have examples. You find crabs. If you go to the sea on the beaches, you will be finding the crabs crawling along. Then you have sea cucumbers, we have sea worms and also river clams. So here in the sea also we find these clams. So it is like the oyster. When you just break open, you will find the fleshy part inside. Okay. So then these survive in places, that is they live in places where the water comes and goes with the waves. So in beaches and all, if you see, you will find the waves coming to the beaches and then going back. In such areas where the water comes and goes, these animals, they survive or they live. Okay. Then mostly they will burrow in the sand when there is no water. So if there is no water, you won't find these animals because they will just go inside the sand. They will burrow inside and they will stay there. When the water comes, they will come out of the burrows. Then at low tide, many crabs appear above the sand. You will find them low tides. When there is low tides, then you will find the crabs crawling around. They will be coming out of the sand and then they will be crawling along the beaches, right? So these are animals that live on the seashore. They are not inside the sea, or they will be along the seashore, near the sea. Okay, in the beaches you can say. Now we can see the animals that can fly. Okay, so you find all the birds, they fly. Some they don't fly also. For example, ostrich, kiwi and all, they don't fly. But most of the birds, they fly. Then bats, they also fly. Then certain insects, some insects like butterfly, dragonfly, housefly, mosquitoes, then you have wasp, bees, etc. These are some of the insects that fly. Even bugs, they fly. So insects, birds, bats, they fly. And these type of animals which fly, we call them as aerial animals. That is, they live on the air. So that animals, we call it as aerial animals, the animals that can fly. Okay. Now birds, bats, they are not coming under birds, but they come under mammals. Okay. They are mammals that can fly. So I'll tell you a small thing between mammals and birds. Birds, mostly they lay eggs. Every birds, they lay eggs. But bats, they don't lay eggs, but they give birth to their young ones. That's why bats come under mammals and not birds. Okay. And if you see the bats, see the picture, you will find that a stretched skin is there between their toes. So when there is, the toes will be there. So there will be some stretched skin which will help them to hang upside down. So when you see them hanging, you will find they just catch hold of the branches and they with their toes, with their legs, and then they will be hanging down, upside down. So the head will be down and with the help of their legs, they will be catching hold of the the tree branches, or maybe some wires and all. They will just catch hold of it with their legs, and then they will be hanging upside down. So even the wings also, see how beautiful it is. The bats are stretched and they are also flying, and mostly we will be seeing the bats. They are active only during the night time. So we call them as nocturnal animals, right? They are active during night time. Morning they will be sleeping or resting. Okay. So these bats, they are mammals. They don't belong to birds. I told you, because they'll give birth to young ones, whereas the birds, they lay eggs. Okay. So these animals which can fly, we call it as aerial animals, which include birds, then bats, and also some insects. Okay. So now coming to spiders. See, spiders, they build their own house and we call it as a web. Spider, they spin their webs. Okay. The spiders, they spin their own web. For what reason? To catch the prey. It can be small insect, and some spider webs are so strong, even some birds, they get stuck up in the spider web. Here I've shown in one picture how the spider is feeding on a bat. Okay, they eating the bat. Then spider webs, they are used by some tribal people to build or to make net for fishing, fish net. So spider web, they are used by tribals to make fishing nets and also as a bait. Bait means to catch the fish. Then they are also used as an antiseptic and also bird snares. So these are some of the uses of spider webs, right? So the spiders, they spin their own web and they will be staying in that web itself. And then the insects, small insects, or maybe if the spider spins a strong web, means even some small birds also just get caught in the web. Okay, and after some time the spider comes and sit on the insect, and then they will start feeding or eating the insect. Okay, so spiders, they spin their own web. Then coming to the birds. Why do birds make nest? Why do you build house? To protect yourself, to live, to enjoy with your parents and all, isn't it? So these birds also, they build their nest to lay eggs and also raise their young ones, means to bring up their young ones. So the birds, they make the nest or build their nest to lay eggs and also to raise their young ones. And birds, they use twigs, grass, leaves, etc. That is dried twigs, grass, leaves, even some cotton, sponge to make it soft, to make the nest soft. So they use all these small items and then they build their nest. So they make mostly their nest on top of trees where others don't reach, then in bushes. And some birds, they also make nest on the ground and also on the sides of the cliff. See, in the first picture I've shown how the birds, they are made their nest on the side of the cliff. Cliff means the rocky mountain. Okay, and the second I've shown how they have made it in the trees, on top of trees. Third one, how the bird is made, has made its nest there on the ground. And the fourth one, you find so many small birds and there inside the nest, and it is inside the bushes, so that other animals are not able to see their nest and destroy the young ones or disturb or kill the young ones. So they build in safer place. The birds, they build their nest in a safer place. Then some birds, they use mud or saliva, silk, caterpillar, plant fibers, etc. to make their nest, and they help they use these things to to make the nest secure in one place. That is, to make the nest stand in one place and also put the nest together so that it doesn't fall off. The twigs and small leaf, it doesn't fall off. So they will use this mud or saliva or maybe silk of plant fiber. They stitch it up and they make it secure. For example, if you take the tailor bird or maybe weaver bird, they will just have a weaver bird, for example, they will build their nest in between two leaves. So two leaves will be like this, and they will build their nest between the two leaves. So outside when you see, you will only see the leaves, you won't see the nest. So they are one is to protect their nest from the predators or from other animals, and another is they will weave their nest and see that the nest is secure so that the young ones will not fall off or the eggs will not fall off. And nest, if you take the nest, inside the nest it will be soft, whereas the outside it can be hard, it can be made of dried leaves or twigs and all. it will be hard. But inside they will put carry small grass particles, or maybe some, if they can get some cotton, they will take the cotton and come and keep it inside the nest, so that the young birds, just born birds, they will be that is, it won't prick them, or it won't injure them. So it will be soft inside the nest, but outside the nest it will be harder, means it will be much harder outside, because it is made of dry twigs, dry grasses. And some birds, they use, see the picture 1, where the birds, they are using mud and then sticking together, and once the mud dry up, it becomes very hard, and the birds, they go and lay eggs inside that hole. See the opening they have made, and then the whole area, it is covered and made with mud. The second one, you find the birds, they use their own saliva to make the nest. So after some time, the saliva becomes hardened, and then it remains in that shape. So the birds, they go and sit inside and then lay their eggs. Then the third, you see how the bird is weaving it using a plant fiber. So they weave it, or you can say stitch it. It's not with a needle and all, that they have means the birds, they use the plant fibers to make, or to stitch the nest, and then they will have a small opening through which it goes inside and lay their eggs. Okay. And this bird nest, which they prepare using saliva and all, in certain countries they use it for making soup, bird's nest soup. They say it's very expensive, because it's very, they say it is rich in protein, it means nutritional value is very high, and it is very expensive. So these birds, they usually, they build their nest in the walls of the cave or walls of old buildings and all. Okay. So this is birds which they are using muds or saliva or maybe plant fibers to secure the nest or make it strong, so that the nest will not break and fall off, right? So now there are certain birds which don't make its nest at all. They just go and lay the eggs in others' nest. For example, there are birds like nightjar, cuckoo, cowbird, then great horned owl. These birds, they don't make their own nest, but they go and lay the eggs in other birds' nest. Okay. So with this, we are ending this chapter, the chapter 15. So please sit and study also. Your exams are coming, so sit and study. Meanwhile, you enjoy, but stay safe. Okay, with this, we are ending. Bye.